Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Nathan here, and it's going to look through some positions and some charts that could be setting up to get into positions. So I'll do a quick review of positions that currently in, and the first one here is Zencor on the Nasdaq. You can see we had this falling wedge here that we broke out of with a lot of strength to the upside, and then we've had this pullback to around the 61%, and then this consolidation box here that we are just looking to potentially break up out of. Um, so quite like this big move up, pull back into the fib levels and a consolidation in price. So got long when we were looking to break out of this a few days ago, and now we're just moving up and down around the top of this range, and quite like it on the weekly here. We had a good volume candle up towards the top, and just looking to break out of there now and hopefully move up to the previous highs at least, and maybe further on. Second one is Axcelis Technologies, ACLS, and can see nice move up from the lows, pull back to the 50 fib, and then this consolidation box here that we've confirmed now a break up out of on this weekly chart, poking our head up out of the top of this range, head above the parapet, and the daily looking quite nicely, had this move up, pull back above the moving averages which are clustered and in the right direction ascending, and just breaking up out of the top of this range now. Quite a tight stop loss here, just under this recent swing low on the daily, and looking for a price move up, at least the duplicate, so at least to complete this range here. So 100% move up out of this consolidation box, and then be looking to maybe scale out and trim some profit, trail the stop loss, and see how that progresses. Third stock is Mercantile Bank Corporation, MBW, and can see on this weekly chart here we had this consolidation zone, the green box. We had a good move up out of that range, and now pulled back to test the top of the range and the fib levels, and this flat level through here, quite like the look of this compressing price within the moving averages, and we've recently broken up out of that with some nice volatility to the upside, so holding that position for further upside potential. The final stock that we look at today, positions that we look at, is Minerals Technologies, MTX, and can see on the weekly chart down here that we had this flat level, big move up out of it, pull back into the fibs, and then we've had this descending trend line here that we've broken up out of. I got long on the breakup out of that. We did come back in to retest it at a lower level, but we stayed above our stop loss, and now we've pushed up above the entry level with some volatility in the last day or two, and holding a profit there. So no changes to these positions, haven't scaled out anything yet, just seeing if we can get some more upside while this positive momentum is within the market. Things generally looking a bit more constructive across the indexes, with oil coming down recently. That's given a bit of breathing space to equities. I did close out all of my positions about 3 weeks ago, holding a 15% year-to-date gain, which compared to most indexes, or all of the indexes really, is substantially above. They were either flat or negative for the year when I closed those positions. So I stayed flat in the market for 2-3 weeks, and now just starting to edge back into some positions. There's a couple of currency positions that I'm also in. I did like this capitulation low here on the Euro Australian dollar. Had this big capitulation spike down after a big sell-off. To me that seemed like it was overcooked, and we were back into this big range of support here. And I like this higher low on the daily chart. We had a push up, a pull back, and then a break of this high. So quite a short-term trade this on the daily, but it has moved well. Closed out some of the position here near the highs, moved my stop loss to break even, and just seeing now if price can hold above this entry level and stop loss, maybe consolidate before pushing on to higher levels where we look to scale out and and bring up the stop loss. So that's running quite nicely. The other one, which is a very similar trade, almost a mirror image, is the pound versus Aussie dollar. Same thing, big sell-off, capitulation low into support, double bottom here on the daily, got long on the break of this swing high, closed out some of the position up here, and then we almost came back and touched the stop loss, saved that by a pip or so. We have held above that for now, and again looking to see if this can break up and give us some more upside. So I'm into these two for at least a break-even trade or a small profit trade, and yeah, pretty happy with the re-entry into the market after the down period and the flat period as the market was retracing broadly around this conflict situation. So let's have a look at some charts that I'm currently interested in perhaps taking a position. First one we look at is Viatris, which had a big capitulation low. We moved up, broke out of this descending channel to the upside, and then had this big push up on good volume over multiple weeks. And now we've pulled back to the fib levels 50 to 61, and we are putting in this consolidation range here, which I will get long on a break of this. If we can make a decisive break up out of this box, I'll be looking to take a position in Viatris here, depending on how price plays out in the coming sessions within this tighter consolidation range. Another one is Hasbro, and you can see this this move up on good volume here and a pullback into the fibs. Again, we have this it's a bit of a broadening wedge, this, not quite as constructive. There's a bit more volatility to the up and downside. We are in a bit of a broadening range, but if that can narrow down a little bit here and break up out of this flat level, I will be looking to go long Hasbro for a move back up to at least the prior high, and potentially up to levels not seen since, what would we say, 2019. So that could give us a bit of upside there if we do get that confirmed break. Another one is Colgate Palmolive. You can see down here on the weekly chart we had this range of consolidation on the weekly. We had a big move up out of this. I didn't get long on the breakout of this. I was looking at it, but it broke up with a bit too much volatility, and I wasn't at the charts at the time. By the time I checked back in, we were somewhere up here. So I let that play out. Had a good move up over the subsequent weeks, and now we are pulling back again into this nice fib level around 50 to 61.8, with the price again consolidating into a range here. So if price stays with a good compression in volatility and then gives us a nice breakup out of the range, that's another one I'll be interested in taking a position on, is Colgate Palmolive. And then we also have Corn, which has had a move up from the lows here back in January, had a multi-week move up, and then we've pulled back into this flat level of support here, and we have now entered into this could be a bull flag here, price compression to the downside into this support, and we are looking quite bullish now on the daily. If we can get a breakup out of this, then I'd be looking to potentially get into a position on corn, that is corn commodity. There are a few other charts with a similar kind of setup that I'm considering. So we've got rice, orange juice, the Pennant Group, Revolve. There's quite a few that are having similar chart structures, but are not quite at the point yet where I'm willing to pull the trigger. So top of my list at the moment is VTRS, Hasbro, Colgate Palmolive, and Corn, with many more that I'm just observing to see if they can give us that compression in volatility and a potential breakout. You can see really there's a lot of charts on the watch list at the moment. I'm just looking for more confirmation before I would get into those positions. So there we go, currently holding 6 positions open got another 4, which I really like the look of at the moment, and year to date around a 15% gain since January first quarter. So starting the year well, hoping I can keep up this momentum. I was really pleased to close that 15% gain before the conflict kicked off, and just sat in cash for 2-3 weeks. That showed that I had some discipline around it, took the emotion out of the news. I mean, despite the humanitarian conflict, the issues around that, being a trader, you do just want to protect your position in terms of equity sometimes. So very pleased that I managed to do that, and hold some discipline around it, and now just edging back into the market and see what happens with the current positions and the items that are on the top of the watch list. So there you go, just a quick update from Mudita Analysis. Hope you find that helpful, and I'll be back soon with more videos. Cheers, bye.